good to see you again. I'm here in Eltham, beautiful sunny Taranaki, visiting Daryl Uhlenberg at Uhlenberg Haulage Limited. And Daryl, I was thinking on the way over here, it's been nearly 9 years in February since we started this company in New Zealand, BroLube, and right from the start we had our eye on this fleet. Of course, it's pretty hard to miss, heading up and down the highways of New Zealand, and thought, hey, how are we going to get Daryl to try one of our systems? After about 4 years, you weakened a little bit. You gave one a go, and since then there's been no looking back. Perhaps if you can give us a bit of an idea what led you to the decision at the end of the day to try one.
I don't think it's so much we weakened, Bill. We're a family operation, been operating for over 50 years, second generation transport company, so we get set in our ways and tend to think how we're doing things is probably the right way, and it's not always the case. My father always used to say he'd buy a greasing unit when it could grease the driveline of the truck. Once greaseless drivelines come along, well, that sort of become a null and void comment. We looked and looked. Our trucks, our dangerous goods trucks in particular, do large kilometres quickly, and sometimes in double shift operation in the season. So it's good to have the truck maintaining itself while it's driving along. We tried the BroLube unit on the unit, like you say, 5 or 6 years ago. We immediately saw the benefit from the workshop perspective, where the truck wasn't in regularly for a service. When it was, the mechanic could, or the technicians could spend more time on safety aspects and maintaining the vehicle rather than the mundane job of greasing a unit. We trialled one, like I say, 5 years ago. Soon after we saw the benefits, so every unit we've put on since then has been fitted with your BroLube unit, and we're very happy with them.
It's all very well that you've got the ability to maintain your fleet out there on the road and keep more kilometres rolling under the tyres, but when you look at the other aspect of the greasing system, the component wear, and have you found that that's another good reason that you might suggest people try BroLube systems?
Yeah, Bill, we've found many aspects that are beneficial. One of them being component wear. With modern trucks, a lot of trucks having things such as load share suspensions, things like that require regular maintenance and greasing. It's certainly very important that they're well maintained, and the BroLube system is kind of fixed that area for us. It's one of the many areas, but it is important to us.
So I'm well aware, Daryl, that you invest a lot of money when you buy one of these units and set it up for the road. There's a lot of cost involved, there's a lot of risk involved, there's a driver whose life's at risk at times. A lot of things go into the consideration when you put one of these things on the road. How do you feel about the investment of maybe $6,000 or $7,000 in an automatic greasing system?
Bill, you're right, it's a huge expense. Some units cost up to several $100,000 to put on the road. So at $7,000 we're 1% of the upfront cost for that unit. You also got to look at whole of life. We'll run tankers for 20 to 25 years, track units for 10 years, a couple of million kilometres. So when you get down to the nuts and bolts and the dollars and cents of it, the BroLube system is certainly very cost effective. You can't just look at the upfront cost, you've got to look at whole of life and the reduced maintenance costs as well as downtime. Speaking
of the maintenance side of it, have you found that the industry generally has got a good reputation in terms of maintaining our position and our product and looking after what we've sold to you and convinced you that you should give it a try? Have you found that we've backed up and followed through?
Definitely, Bill. The BroLube systems, like everything, isn't infallible. There's moving parts and little bits and pieces going on, mainly grease lines and fittings on trucks, but things that are vibrating up and down the road for 1 million kilometres are inherently likely to have the odd breakage and things. We've had a really good run out of the BroLube system, but when we've needed you, you've been there, phone call or an email away. Parts backup's great, and excellent backup from you and your team. We really appreciate it.
Oh, that's great. I really appreciate your business. Thank you, Daryl.
Thanks, Bill. Long may it continue.
Cheers, mate.